Guys, I'm back today with week 19 of my project life, and this card is my title card, and I'm going to use this little doily from my stash. I didn't want to keep it white, so I took some of my Mr. Huey's mist that I showed there for a second, and I'm going to spray it on here, and I believe the color is First Kiss. Sorry, I showed that awfully fast. I try to show it a little bit slower than that, but this time it went awfully fast. So it's First Kiss, and it's just a matte color. It doesn't have any shine or anything like that, and I kind of like that for this particular layout. I didn't want a lot of blingy shine. And then I'm also going to use this warm calico Mr. Huey's mist on the doily and throughout the cards on this page. And I'm just going to dry that up with my heat gun, and then I'm going to figure out where I want it on the card, and I'm going to adhere that down. And I'm just using my dot runner tape. And I like to use the smaller tape runners when I'm doing the smaller cards, and I use my Scotch ATG gun when I'm doing the bigger layouts. I guess if it's small cards, I want to use a small thing, and if I use big layout, I want to use a big thing to adhere things down. So there, just a second ago, you saw that I was just using a calendar. I think that's from Calendar 360 or something like that. It's just a free printable, and that's what I use to mark off and keep track of my project life and what week I'm on. And on this, I thought that the doily, it just didn't look great on the doily. I felt like I need another layer. So in a second here, you're going to see that I'm going to take it off of the doily and put it on one of the labels I have. And these labels are from Caitlin Schaefer. You can go to her blog and print them up, and then you can print and cut them on your your silhouette. Or you can hand cut them. I have been having a lot of problems cutting them with my silhouette. I heard there was some issues with the printer I have with the print and cut feature, and it just doesn't line things up, and that is definitely true. So I'm totally bummed with the new printer I have. I'm just having total crazy amounts of problems with my print and cut, so that has not been happening, and I've been hand cutting, which is just such a bummer. It takes forever. It's therapeutic, but it does take forever, and it's not as nice when you do the print and cut. It looks so much cleaner. Here I'm just taking that warm calico studio or Mr. Huey warm calico spray, and I'm coloring the thing with that. And then I'm going to try this classic tan on the other side. The classic tan gives it just a more kind of oaky stain, and the warm calico is a much darker, almost black stain. And I was just trying to figure out which one I liked better. And I'm going to flip it back and forth a couple times. And I do like the lighter stain, but I wanted to bring a little bit more dark to this particular card, so I end up deciding on the darker black side. And I'm just going to add that there. And then for a final touch, I'm going to add a corduroy brad that I have from Stampin' Up. And you're going to see that I'm going to poke a hole here in just a second with my Tim Holtz pokey tool. I think it's just a paper piercer. And then I'm going to add some of the mist to the card as well. And I'm trying to be real careful because I don't want to get it all over my paper that's down, but that's silly. I should have been using my box. If I wasn't so lazy, I would get my box out to make sure I didn't get it all over the place. Here I'm just going to use a couple little punch outs that came from an old basic gray scrapbooking kit. The purple flower is just a piece of cardstock, and that little rosy pink flower is a piece of a chipboard, and it had sticky back, and that's pretty much it for that card. This one, I'm using this around here and that little orange flower button, and I'm going to string some twine through it. The around here is from oh, I'm going blank. I can see it in my head and I just can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. Ellie Studio, maybe? Maybe it's Ellie Studio. But I got a pack of these. It was really inexpensive. And a nice tip there, I don't know if you saw that, but I put a little bit of glue on the end of my twine, and then I just kind of pinched it and twisted it to make it kind of a needle shape, and it's perfect. This way you don't have to string it through a needle, and you can just use that end as your little needle piece, and then that will get it through the holes and things like that. So that's a nice little tip if you've never tried that before. Try putting glue on the end of your twine and use it as a needle. Next, I'm going to use this card. It's going to be pretty simple. It's just this I can't remember what collection that came in. I think it might be a Dear Lizzie 5th and Frolic, possibly, but it was something I got when Archivers was going out of business, and I just got a couple of the die cut packs, and I undid everything and just put them all in one little container. So I'm just going to put that 2 on here, and that clip is paper clip that I got from Stampin' Up. And then that little arrow is, I believe, a Studio Calico die cut piece from one of their ephemera packs. Next, I am going to glue this card to the 4x6 card. Before I do that, I'm going to put the mist down. And again, that's just the same warm calico that I used earlier. And I'm going to add that picture on the right-hand side. And I'm going to use this chipboard piece. This is also from that Basic Gray, one of the scraps from the Basic Gray kits. When you get those 12 by 12 paper kits, I'm not sure if they make them anymore, but a lot of times they have a lot of extra pieces of chipboard and the die cuts on the page that are left over that you don't necessarily use for your layouts. And so I just put them all in my Studio Calico, or my, sorry, geez, I'm having problems talking today, within my Project Life kit so that I can use them for these kinds of things. And I just took some little word stickers or letter stickers, and I'm writing out, did she shrink? Because my husband measured her one day and I measured her a different day, and I measured her later, and when I measured her she was actually shorter. So I think one of us just mismeasured her. So I thought these didn't stand out quite enough, so I'm adding a little bit of black ink around them, and I'm going to put some more black ink around the edges of this card, and I'm going to also outline the die cut just to add more black. I felt like it was kind of too muted and I wanted to pop that up just a little bit. Next, I'm going to move on to this card with me holding a robin. It was a robin that was injured. I found it on my walk. It looks like it might have got hit by a car. It looks like it might have a broken wing. And so I am holding it. My husband was coming to pick it up so I could take it to the wild bird rehab place. And I'm just taking this Dear Lizzie camera that I cut out of the paper pad and using this button. This button and that orange flower button that I showed before, they're both from Stampin' Up. They came in one of the little button collection packs. And then I'm just going to adhere this camera up to the top. I didn't really like what that said. I think it said something about a perfect day or something. I just didn't want that there, especially for that little robin. And then I'm just going to journal about what I had done that week. It's kind of a week in review card. And that's pretty much it for that card. And I'm going to glue down the Be Thankful because I'm hoping he was thankful. I'm not exactly sure what happened to him. We took him to the rehab location, but we didn't actually call and check up on him. I'm hoping he did okay. His wing was kind of broken and his elbow was a little scratched up, but hopefully it wasn't too bad. Now I'm just going to take this card, the Today Is card. I think that came into a Project Life kit, one of the Heidi Swap, or not Heidi Swap, but I think just regular Becky Higgins collection packs. And that label is another one of those Caitlin Schaefer labels. And this is some basic gray font that I'm just writing beautiful on. And I'm just going to add that in. It's a picture of my flowers in my garden, and I love spring. I really, really love spring. And it just seems like everything is coming alive, and it's so nice because winter is just such a bummer. I am so much happier in the spring. So that's it for that one. Next, I have a picture of some plants that I get every year. We have a native plant show or fair that I get about $100, $150 worth of native plants every year to plant in my garden. I am trying to convert everything in my backyard and front yard all to native plants. There are a few things that I am keeping, like hostas that I absolutely love that are not native to Missouri, but I am trying to do a lot of other things and keep it native. So I'm just adding that little tab that says love, 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 and another one of those basic gray flowers that came as an extra piece in the die cut pack, and some more of these little ink and twine asterisks, and I've been adding those throughout the layout, and those are from Studio Calico. Next, I am moving on to this red card. Again, another one of those Caitlin Schaefer labels and another corduroy piece from Stampin' Up. This one time it's a button, and I'm just threading it through like I have been the rest of them, using that brown twine and just using the needle-like end that I put on using the glue. So I'm going to fight with this for a second because it was kind of short, and I finally get on like I like. And then I'm going to add a stamp to say what month it is and the day, and then I'm going to add some journaling also to this card. And I'm just using my Memento black ink for this. And it says Happy Memories, May 2015. And this is from the Tim Holtz phrase stickers. And I'm just going to try to find a phrase that works with my layout and then also fits on that black label that I put on. And here you're going to see me stick it in. It says remember to play. I thought it fit in well there, and I'm going to add some journaling. Just a little bit more about what's going on that week that I was scrapbooking. Next, moving on to the last card on this page, and I didn't mention this earlier, but this particular page is 12 by 12 and then a 6 by 12 page. I didn't have enough pictures for two 12 by 12s, so I kept it to a 6 by 12 and a 12 by 12. So there's not quite as many cards. And this particular card that I'm working on now, I just added some more glue to the twine because I'm going to add this green button with that another Caitlin Schaefer label. And I'm going to add a few bits of journaling here and a little bit to the photo. And while that's finishing up, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I love hearing from you guys, so please leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about the Project Life videos. Let me know what you think about the 12 by 12 and 8.5 by 11 videos that I'm making. If there's any videos you'd like to see, please let me know. I'd be glad to think about some of those ideas that you guys might have and possibly do some more things on my channel. So anything that you might have, I'd love to hear from it, or from you, sorry. And next, stay tuned for some photos of the layouts. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.